This is a chicken taco, but not any chicken taco. We're making chicken tacos from scratch today, and I mean everything from scratch. From the seasoning, to the pickled onions, the guacamole, and the corn tortillas. Pickled red onions are the secret weapon to a taco. It cuts through the richness of the guac and the fat of the chicken. Slice it thin. We're talking 2 to 3 millimeters. Thin slices pickle faster and have a much better texture than chunky ones. If you have a mandolin, use it. If not, a sharp knife and patience does the job. Pack them into a mason jar with 1 smashed garlic clove and a ½ teaspoon of whole peppercorns. These add depth to the brine without being overpowering. For the brine, equal parts apple cider vinegar and white vinegar, a splash of water, a tablespoon of sugar, and a teaspoon and a half of salt. This goes on medium heat just until the sugar and salt fully dissolve. Don't boil it aggressively. You want it hot, not furious. Pour the hot brine over the onions and watch the magic happen. The heat and acidity work together and the onions turn this insane neon pink almost instantly. That color is all natural. It's the anthocyanin pigment in red onions reacting to the acid. Lid on, let it sit at room temperature, 30 minutes, but an hour is better. These will actually be even more incredible tomorrow after a night in the fridge. Guacamole. There's really only 3 key ingredients: fresh green avocados, fresh squeezed lime juice, and some good salt. Dark skin, gentle give when you press near the stem. Not rock hard, not squishy. If you can peel the little stem nub off and it's green underneath, you're in business. Brown means overripe. Cut them in half, twist and pop the pit, scoop the flesh directly into your bowl. Perfectly ripe avocado should look like this: creamy, bright green, no brown streaks. Mash with a fork, not a blender. You want texture. Chunky guacamole is alive. Smooth guacamole is baby food. 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice right now. This is what prevents browning, so don't skip it. 1/4 cup of finely diced white onion. White, not red. It's cleaner and more traditional. 1 jalapeno with the seeds out. 2 tablespoons of cilantro. 1 small grated garlic clove. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. This is where most guacamole goes wrong. People undersalt it. And just a tiny whisper of cumin. All right, this part here is what makes a real taco. If you've never had a homemade tortilla, then you don't understand what the difference is. It doesn't even taste like the same thing. A fresh tortilla, it's got a little sweetness, some earthiness to it. It almost pillows. It's just the icing on the cake. The best part, it only takes 3 ingredients. Masa harina. This is dried, nixtamalized corn flour. Nixtamal means the corn has been soaked and cooked in an alkaline solution, which transforms it chemically. It unlocks the flavor, unlocks nutrients, and creates that signature corn tortilla taste you know. 1½ cups of warm water, around 105 to 110 degrees, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. Add the water gradually while mixing with your other hand. The dough will come together in about a minute. You're looking for a consistency like Play-Doh, soft, pliable, not sticky, not cracking. All right, now that we have the dough, we need to divide it into 12 balls. Make them like golf ball size, roughly. Get them all ready for the press. So the next thing is we're gonna let them sit for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna press them. So if you've never used a tortilla press before, the key is take a plastic bag, a Ziploc bag, cut off the zip part of it, just like so. I taped it to the top and cut the sides. Otherwise, it's gonna stick like crazy. You're never getting it off. So let's take out one of these balls. As you can see, they've been sitting here for 5 minutes, so it got nice and moist. The key to the press, you wanna put it closer to the hinge. You don't wanna put it over here because it's gonna go right over. So we'll put it close to the hinge here. We're slowly gonna push it down. And then this comes over the top and we're gonna press. Nice, consistent pressure. Not too hard, not too soft, but just even, like you're pushing on a brake. And look, you're gonna get that perfect tortilla. About 45 to 60 seconds per side. You're looking for those tan, light charred spots. 2 flips is the protocol. First flip at 45 seconds, second flip, another 30 seconds later. And that second flip is often when the tortilla puffs up. Step 1, we ditch the store-bought packaged seasonings forever. Taco seasoning takes 2 minutes to make, and you get to control the salt level and the heat. Huge deal. Chili powder is the foundation. Everything else is just beans trying to hold it together. And you don't even get invited unless you can handle the heat. Smoked paprika makes it taste like it came off the grill. Use Mexican oregano. Vale la pena. If you have to use the regular oregano, oh well, but look for the Mexican. Careful of the cayenne. Too much and it starts feeling like foreplay. So now we got the chicken out. And there's 3 important things about cooking chicken. One is we gotta cook it on a really high heat. 2, we gotta pull it off at 165 so it doesn't dry out. And then we need to let it rest for 5 minutes so that the meat's gonna suck up all those juices. Right now, for me to help with that, I'm gonna pound these to be as even as possible so they cook evenly and we can get them both off at the same time. Mix olive oil, fresh lime juice, and 1 grated garlic clove and the entire taco seasoning blend into a marinade paste. The lime juice does double duty. It's flavoring and it starts to tenderize the protein slightly. Get your hands in there and press that seasoning into every surface. You want total coverage, no pale spots. You can let this sit for 30 minutes if you have the time, or cook it immediately if you're in a hurry. Even 5 minutes of contact time makes a huge difference. I'm gonna be using some olive oil. We're gonna get it in there. You can see it's kind of smoking off. I got really hot. Olive oil has a lower burn point. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this chicken sizzle, but we're gonna lay it away from us. Never lay it towards you so the oil splatters and gets you. Always lay it away. Ooh, that smells good. Warning, the spices were so intense it cleared a room like a smoke alarm at a crematorium. Tent it with foil and let it rest for a full 5 minutes. This is not optional. Resting lets the muscle fibers relax and reabsorb the juices. Slice too early and all those juices run out onto the cutting board instead of staying in the meat. Always slice against the grain. Look at the muscle fibers running through the breast and cut perpendicular to them. This shortens the fibers and makes every bite dramatically more tender. And look at that interior. Perfectly cooked, incredibly juicy. Assembly station. Everything is ready. This is the moment I love the most. When everything comes together. Here's how I build mine. Guacamole goes down first. It's your base layer. It acts as a sauce and a buffer that keeps the tortilla from getting soggy. Don't be stingy here. 3 or 4 slices of chicken fanned slightly. You get that gorgeous color contrast. The dark crust, the green guac underneath. The pickled onion. This color is just stupid how good it looks on a taco. They bring the acid, they bring the brightness, they make everything pop. Cilantro leaves, crumbled cotija, and that is one squeeze of lime that you should never skip. It ties every single flavor together. And that is what we came here for.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.